folding it or anything,
And back to the
rewrapping it in
fridge.
plastic wrap and placing it in the fridge to rest for 30 minutes before I continued to roll it because I didn't want to ruin these beautiful croissants. Now here it's rested for about 30 minutes and you can see that it rolls with total ease, no problem at all, and that's how much of a difference that a little quick 30-minute rest does when the gluten gets a little too tight on you. Now you're ready to shape the croissants. You can see me looking at my notes on my phone here because I always need to check my notes whenever I'm following my own freaking recipe. And you're gonna make little marks along the bottom of the dough at 4.5-inch intervals. Then from there, looking at the marks at the bottom, you're basically going to mark the top as well by following in between two marks on the bottom of the dough and then making a mark at that middle part on the top portion of the dough. You can see me identifying the middle here and then following it up to the top of the dough and making marks up there. Now to cut the croissant, you're going to take a sharp long knife and you're going to make cuts following along those points that you made earlier. So you're going to basically connect each point together with one cut. You can see me cutting it into triangles here, and you should get about 5 to 6 croissants from this. I know that doesn't seem like a lot for all this work, but if you want to double that, you can very easily do 2 separate doughs. I don't recommend doubling it and making one big dough because then it's a counter space issue because you have to roll it out into a larger size. So it's actually easier to just do 2 separate doughs. But in my opinion, 6 croissants is enough, but I'm sure there are other people who will strongly disagree. Now, once you have all your croissants ready to go, you're going to take one triangle of dough and very gently elongate it, so just maybe an inch longer. If it resists you in any way, do not pull anymore. You will ruin the croissant. And then you're going to very tightly roll them up. Don't squeeze the layers, but just make sure that it's tight and it makes as many roundabouts when rolling it up as possible. And then just lightly squeeze that tip down so that it sticks, and then you're good to go. Then just repeat that process with every croissant, keeping them all as even as possible, and place them onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now, one thing I really need to note here is the little tails on these croissants, those little bits, you need to make sure that you place those down just enough so that the croissant is holding them down. Otherwise, when they bake, they're going to unroll and unravel, and it's not going to look very good. So make sure that you are facing it down such as that, so that the weight of the croissant keeps it underneath the croissant while it bakes. Now let's just take a second to admire the lamination of these croissants. I mean, come on, look at these things. They are perfect. Now before proofing, you're going to brush the tops of all of these croissants with egg wash, which is literally just one whole egg whisked together, and you're going to lightly brush the tops. Don't overly lacquer them. Then you're just going to cover that rimmed baking sheet with another inverted rimmed baking sheet to sort of create an environment that doesn't allow a draft in and allows them to expand more easily. Be aware that these are nearly going to double in size, so if you don't have enough space for that to accommodate, then do not do this. You can very easily just put it in your cold oven with the door closed, and that'll keep the draft away so that they don't form a skin. And you're going to proof these at 78 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. Now, the way that I did this was I put it at the lowest rack in my oven with the light turned on and the door left slightly ajar. The way to tell if they're proofed is that they should look puffy and almost doubled in size. The layers should start to be splitting a little bit, and they should jiggle a little bit back and forth if you lightly shake the pan. Now, once they're proofed enough, you're going to give them another gentle brushing of egg wash. Be very careful at this point. They're very, very fragile. For baking in a convection oven, you'll bake them at 390 degrees Fahrenheit for 6 minutes, and then 330 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes, or until they're nice and golden brown. For a non-convection oven, you're going to bake them at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes until they're golden brown and puffy. Alright guys, and that is it. This recipe was a and a half to get done for you guys. I'm so sorry it was a little bit late on the upload. I've had some scheduling issues the past few weeks, and it's just been slapping me in the face over and over. All in all, I ended up with a bunch of croissants that I don't really know what to do with now. I mean, I can eat them, obviously, but how many croissants can one person eat? I hope you guys get the chance to make these. Don't forget to DM me the photos of your croissants if you make them. The link for my Instagram is in the description, as usual. With all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next week.
Alright guys, so if you have any requests for me on this channel, just go into the comment section below. Before that, like this video, thumbs up this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, or if this is your first time. You can just go into the comment section below, tell me which country you are watching this video for, and then tell me your kind of food. I'm going to get to you in less than 24 hours, and if possible I'm going to make um the right video. I'm going to make my research and bring you the right video to that food you've dropped in the requests as your request in the comment section. So I'm going to make a reaction to that video, and then you can just go into the playlist where I tag requested video, so you can actually get your requested video there after 24 hours, or let's say within 24 hours after you've dropped your request. Alright, so what else? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and get you another videos. Peace.